I just got everything going. Hey, the good news that I wanted to share was that, whatever it is you want, now listen to me, whatever it is you want, you can choose anything, any lifestyle you want. If you choose to have a lifestyle of being, mediocrity, then you can choose that. If you choose a lifestyle of abundance, then you can choose that. Now, whether or not, you're going to pay the price to get there is another thing. So I'm just, I'm going to encourage you to pay attention while we go through things, because what I'm telling you has worked for me. It's worked for millions of other people, and it might work for you. So there's always hope, right? A little bit about myself. I've been in the network marketing industry for over 30 years, right? Since 1987, full-time. Owned an advertising agency for 16 years. Got kidnapped in 1987 by a good friend of mine and drugged me off to a network marketing meeting. I would have never gone on my own. Let me just tell you that. I would have never gone on my own because I had no appreciation. I thought that network marketing was for people that couldn't go out and find a real job, right? Or start a real business. I had no idea. And then I went to this meeting, and what I discovered there were a whole lot of people in there that were having a lot of fun, number one. They were making more money monthly than I was making annually after 16 years. So immediately my antennas went up. I started paying very close attention. Then I started noticing that, a lot of them didn't really look that intelligent, and they were making a lot of money. So, I decided right then and there that if they could do it, I could do it. And that was the start of my network marketing career in 1987. So more on that as we go on. I was kind of semi-retired up until 2018, but, more on that later. Over the next few minutes, what I want to show you is, and again, if you're brand new here, you're just looking at Valentus for the very first time, congratulations. I'm glad that you're here. Whoever invited you is glad that you're here. And, hopefully over the next 15, 20 minutes, you're going to get some information that'll help you make a decision to change your life. So you can stop living paycheck to paycheck, right? Anybody live paycheck to paycheck? You know anybody that lives paycheck to paycheck? Anybody that's been affected by the pandemic, right? That's lost their job? Yes, millions and millions and millions of people. I'm going to show you how to create a residual income so that when the next pandemic comes along, and there will be one, you can have a residual income. It won't make any difference, right? How you can become your own boss. That'll be a switch. How you can run your own company right from the comfort of your home, in your living room, in an extra bedroom, whatever the case may be, but you can find a way to make, a little side gig, right? A little extra money. That extra money might turn into a lot of money, and it might replace your full-time career. So, that's exactly what we're going to do over the next few minutes. I'm going to give you a plan, right? A plan that will and can take you to be one of the top 1% of the income earners in the country if you implement the plan. And it's a big if, right? Because it all really depends on you. So I want to tell you, there's there's a saying here, right? These two quotes. I'd rather earn 1% off of 100 people's efforts than 100% of my own efforts. Well, if you think about that for a second, and if your income is generated by 100% of your own efforts, you're doing the wrong thing. Let me just make it perfectly clear. You're doing the wrong thing. There's more ways to make money than there are stars in the sky. But you know what? If you're not using leverage, right? And that's what J. Paul Getty and John Rockefeller was talking about, or, that they'd rather have 1% of 100 people's efforts. I'd rather have 1% of 10,000 people's efforts, or of 100,000 people's efforts. And we'll show you how to do that. Building a team of 10. That's what I've done my entire life. I learned that long, long ago. And it was my key to building teams of over 400,000 people twice in two different companies, because I was able to build a team of 10. I taught them how to build a team of 10. Those 100 built a team of 10, got to 1,000. Those 1,000 built a team of 10, got to 10,000, and those 10,000 built a team of 10 and got to 100,000 and beyond. So that's the key to really building a large organization. Let me tell you about the perfect storm. You know, I couldn't have written the script, you know, and everybody certainly remembers the movie, but, you know, this pandemic is something that is going to go down in the history books, obviously. Now, you know, it's impacted a lot of lives, you know, horribly. Millions of people out of work, scared to death about how they're going to pay their bills, how they're going to survive financially. And, you know, they're all starting to look for a solution. For 30 years, I've been telling people to, you know, have a plan B, have something else on the side to help make money just in case, right? Just in case your plan A goes awry, right? Goes south. So, you know, here's the perfect storm. There are going to be tens of millions, if not hundreds of millions of people looking for an opportunity to work at home and make money. So, you know, knowing that, and I'm telling you that, and you're going to see it here in a second, if you know where people are going, just get in front of that wave, get ahead of all those people. If you've got the courage to do that, and get started now, because it will make a huge difference in the years to come. So, you know, this little piece was put out by Forbes magazine before the pandemic, right? They forecasted 79 million people were going to start a home-based business. We were ecstatic. We said, wow, that's amazing. That's great statistics. That's really great news, right? That is going to be minuscule to the actual number of people that are going to start a home-based business. I think it's going to be a tsunami, right? It's going to be an absolute tsunami. You know, it could be 2 times that, 3 times that, 4 times that, who knows? But it'll be worldwide, right? Not just in the US, but worldwide. So unprecedented growth because of this pandemic. Everybody is bringing that whole thing into the forefront. I mean, this is what I always talked about. Hey, have a plan B just in case you wind up, you know, getting one of these notices, right? In case you wind up going to the doctor and them saying, hey, you know, I got some bad news for you. You know, happens all the time. Now, you know, it's this. And if it's not this, it'll be something else, right? So it's always something. So what's your plan B? When are you going to start? You know, the best time to start is right now. Start thinking about it. Here's what happened to me, guys. I was happily semi-retired, consulting for a couple of companies, flying around the world, having fun, eating myself into oblivion. I was eating way too much, way too often, and way too well. And all of my meetings around the globe surrounded, it was always about food. We always met at a breakfast, lunch, or dinner. I became fat, right? I was 215 pounds. I had a 40-inch waist. I got a friend, Dave Jordan, who started Valentus in 2014, known Dave for about 8 years. And I didn't really have any desire to go and build another team. I was having fun. And, you know, when Dave called me, he says, hey, I'm excited about a brand new weight loss coffee that we're introducing. I said, that's an interesting combination, weight loss and coffee. I love my coffee, and I could certainly lose a few pounds, right? So I said, hey, Dave, I'm not interested in building a team, but I will buy some of that coffee from you. Probably won't work for me, but I'll just go ahead and buy it anyway. I got it a week later, started drinking it, didn't really pay much attention. I noticed that it did give me a lot more energy. I had a lot more zip. I had no hunger. I had no cravings to eat the junk food that I had been eating. My diet kind of switched. I mean, it was kind of weird. And I really didn't pay much attention to it until I got on a scale. I discovered I lost 9 pounds the first week. that got me excited. I said, wow, 9 pounds. I kept drinking it. I lost 18 pounds the first month. Now that got me very excited, right? I called Dave up and I said, hey man, I just bought an airplane ticket. I'm going to come to Sioux Falls, South Dakota and spend a couple of days with you. And I did that hoping to find a reason not to do this because I knew that the product worked. I was hoping that I would go up there and find a company that was in total disarray because that's what I was doing for a living. I was consulting for network marketing companies. I was going in, finding things and doing a forensic inspection of companies to put them on the right track. And that's exactly what I did with Valentus. And you know what? I found a company that, quite to my surprise, was just the opposite of what I hoped to find. And, you know, after being there for 2.5 days, I said, Dave, you know what? I'm going to take back what I said about not wanting to build a team because everybody's going to want some of this stuff. Everybody is overweight. Everybody drinks coffee. Plus, you got a whole bunch of other products that I haven't even looked at yet that are absolutely awesome. And you've got everything in place, right? Millions of dollars in capital, you know, a product that's able to be shipped around the globe. You're able to refer people around the globe. And I said, you know what? We're going to have a lot of fun together. So I made him a deal, right? I said, Dave, I'm going to give you 3 years of my life or $100,000 a month in income, whichever comes first. He kind of laughed and he said, okay. He said, I'll take you up on that. So here we go, right? Started June of 2018. The next year, 2019, lo and behold, our sales went up 525%. Now, I don't know if that was because of me or not, but you know, I'll take credit for a little bit of it. But you know what? Here's what's really happened. I mean, you know, everything is in place. And, you know, if you're going to look at a network marketing company, by all means, don't look at a startup, right? Don't look at a startup. So many people think that it's a smart thing to do to get started in the beginning when a company is just getting started. I'm here to tell you that that's the wrong thing to do, right? It is the opposite of what you should do. You should find a company that's 2 years, 3 years, 4 years, 5 years old that nobody's ever heard of before, that has the potential to do incredible volume and numbers because of all the components, and join that company. The biggest income earner in the industry, Dexter Yeager, joined Amway when that company was 15 years old and he made $1 billion, right? He was a truck driver that delivered beer in New York. Let's look at John Horenza, right? John was a welder in a potato chip factory in Minnesota 33 years ago, making $22,000 a year. He got into network marketing because he wanted to make a little extra side money, right? Yeah, a little extra side money. Now he's made 24, 25, $26 million, and his little side money is now $500,000 a month. So I think he made a little bit of side money, right? My enroller, Rick Gerald's, great guy, Houston, Texas. I mean, I could go on but you know, this is a list and it's just the beginning of the list. There's plenty of room on this list for your name and a whole bunch of other people's names. So, you know, time to get started. Here's our product line. I'm not going to go into a lot of detail, but awesome products, 25 products, and that product line is growing. I'm going to have you go to iamteamvalentus.com, right? iamteamvalentus.com, and take a look at the product line. And I'm going to let you go to our Facebook testimonial page where you'll get blown away, right? You'll get blown away. fbtestimonials.info, fbtestimonials.info. Go and look for yourself. I mean, you know, don't believe me. I mean, yes, now I've lost, you know, a total of 40 pounds. I've gone from a 40-inch waist. I was down to a 32 until the pandemic. And I have to be honest with you, I'm out of those 32s. They were a little tight. It was being a little overly aggressive, right? because I hadn't seen 32-inch waist in a long time. And so I'm in a 33, right? But comfortable. Our products are weight loss, energy, performance, detox, anti-aging, all kinds of things, awesome products. I use 5 or 6 of them, and I couldn't live without them. So go take a look at them. You're going to find some that you absolutely love. So, there's all kinds of different ways to get started with Valentus, but you can get started by buying 1 product, 3 products, 6 products, 16 products, or 36 products. I'm going to give you a formula here in a second, but you know what? If you start at 1 product and you brought somebody in that purchased 36 products, you'd earn $200. So it doesn't matter what level or what positioning you start with. It's just getting started, right? That's the first thing you've got to do. And I ask people all the time, how serious will you get, with an income opportunity that has unlimited potential? Now, the potential is really up to you. So you do with it what you want. You can max out the pay plan completely, the maximum amount that can be paid by purchasing the 16 product, which is, we call it the Business Builder Pack or the Ruby Pack, or the 36 product package, which is the Career Pack or the Emerald Pack. So that maxes out the compensation plan. So, you've got immediate money that you can make right now. We get paid every week, every Friday, every Friday, every Friday. Dave has not missed a paycheck on a Friday since he started the company in 2014. So let me give you some action steps. This is a plan that we put together for those people that want to get to a 6-figure income. Now, it's not for everybody, but it is simple enough so that everybody can do it. First thing you got to do is you take that stimulus check that you got and you buy a Business Builder Pack. If you're wondering what to spend all that money on, buy a Business Builder Pack, right? Buy a Business Builder Pack, right? It maxes out the compensation plan. And then make a commitment to not only try 3 products a month for the next year, but to be here for the next year. I mean, everything starts with you, right? And you've got to make a commitment that you're going to find 1 person, just 1 person a month that'll do exactly the same thing. I'm not asking you to recruit 10, 12, 15 people like so many other companies do. I just want you to find 1 person that'll buy a Business Builder Pack, commit to trying 3 products a month for the next 12 months, and then they will find 1 person a month. Everybody does exactly the same thing. If you can see yourself doing this, then I'm suggesting that you get back with the person that that asked you to take a look at this and get started, right? No time like the present. The easiest and quickest path to a 6-figure income I've ever seen in my 30 plus years in this industry. So I'm going to give you a 13-month plan. This is a little chart that's put out by the company, and I put this up here so that you can see the average monthly income, right? Average monthly income, diamond, 3,000 to 6,000. Average monthly diamond, double diamond, 7,500 to 12,500. Nice average, nice place to be. Triple diamond, 15,000 to 30,000. Again, a nice place to be. You jump up to blue diamond, 33,000 to 75,000 a month. A month, guys. Now pay attention. It's monthly, not annually, right? I'm going to show you how you can get to diamond in 9 months. Not 9 days, not 9 weeks, but 9 months. And, it's progressive, right? 10 months to double diamond. Imagine 10 months, 7,500 to 12,500. 1 year from now, you're going to say, hey, I did this thing during the pandemic. A year later, I'm making 15,000 to 30 grand a month, and then to blue diamond in 13 months. Let me give you the plan. Enroll 1 person each month that buys a Business Builder Pack, $600, commits to trying 3 products each month and enrolling 1 person. Here's how this whole thing, it's you sponsor your best friend, Tom. month one, right now, May the 4th is a great time to go sponsor Tom. Hey, Tom, I found something incredible. Are you ready to make money from home? I found a company that's absolutely exploding. 525% growth last year. People are making money. Are you in? If you're in, if you want to take a look, I'm going to send you a video, right? That's the conversation. That's a very simple conversation, right? Here's what I want you to look at. I want you to look at the team size. I want you to look at the gross commission line, and I want you to look at the net commission line. Now, you can look at this purchase line. This is $600 you just spent in May. Next month, the month after, you're going to spend $160, which is your 3 products every month. And yes, that money is going to come out of your pocket initially, but you'll see very quickly it starts to come out of your earnings. Next month, you sponsor Jim, again, another friend, right? You reach out. This plan, you're going to have a few friends, right? Not right away, but you can find some friends along the way. So next month, you sponsor Mary, then you sponsor Sue. So in 4 months, you sponsored 4 people. Your team is 15 because everybody else has sponsored some. You made $475. You've bought product for 3 months here. You're $285 in the hole. Let me show you what happens. Month 6, your team of 15 grew to 63, right? You've sponsored 6 people. You've made $1,050 that month. You're now $970 in the black, right? You've made a profit of $970. So your $160 isn't coming out of your pocket anymore. $160 is coming out of earnings, right? By month 8, $4,250. Again, all you're doing, everybody's just getting one, gets one, right? You've made a total of $7,400. Your team of 63 has grown to 255. What have you done? You put in 8 people, right? By month 10, you're at $17,250. This is exactly what the Valentus compensation plan, this isn't some forecast that I came up with. This is exactly what the compensation plan will pay if everybody does this. If everybody does more, there's more money, right? Quicker money. If everybody does less, there's less money. So if everybody does exactly as it's laid out, this is what it'll pay. So here you are, you've made $32,855 by month 10. Let me show you what happens in month 12. You're jumping up and down, you're the hero. Your wife is ecstatic, like my wife was when I got my first big check, and we used to get a monthly check in the mail, right? 33 years ago. My first check in this industry was $43. She rolled around on the floor and was hysterical about how much money I had spent to make that $43. and it was hysterical. But you know, when that big check, and it didn't take very long for it to come, she said, you know what, honey, I'm sure glad that I talked you into doing this thing, right? So I give her all the credit for being intuitive. So month 12, you made 135 grand so far. How happy are you, right? Month 13, you just made $136,400 for the month. Now, if you don't think that that's possible, then it won't happen for you, right? If you can't see yourself doing that, then it won't happen for you. That's the biggest problem we have in this industry is belief. Believing that these numbers are real and that can actually happen to you. I believed it, right? I knew it could happen because I saw it happening. I saw the proof of that, right? So, you know, if you don't believe it, call me. I'll put you on the phone with Rick and John, and they can show you what's happened to them. But here, you've just made more money in a month than you've made the last 12 months, right? And you've now made $271,000. You made $250,000 in the past 13 months. You're the hero. You're not going back to work. You're not going back to that life-sucking job again. I can tell you that. I mean, about the 10th month, you're saying, I'm done with that thing. I hate that job anyway. And you know what? Maybe it's the 9th month, maybe it's even the 8th month, somewhere along the line, you're going to say, enough is enough. I'm going to focus on Valentus full time and really take advantage of this whole thing. Living the dream, I'm telling you, it's possible. It's happened to millions of people. So I'm asking you just to get back to the person that invited you to take a look at this information and tell them that, hey, thanks a lot. I want to get started. Or you can say, hey, thanks a lot for sending me over here, but I have no interest in making that much money because then I'm going to have to pay too many taxes and I'd have to buy that Ferrari that I've always wanted. Everything that we do, guys, everything that we do, all the choices, everything that we've ever done is based on a choice that we've made, right? If you want different results from where you had, I was sending some messages off to a few people today, and I said, hey, were you happy with what you made in 2019? Waiting for a response. If you're not happy with 2019 income, what are you going to do in 2020 to make it different? If they say nothing, well, then they must be happy, right? Because if you want different results, you've got to make a different choice. So this is, well, you'll see that in a second. Hey, I want to get started right into a quick getting started training. What I want to tell you very quickly is to break the myth, right? Take all the mystery out of what network marketing is and what it's not. It's not about selling a product. It's not about selling a product. It's about building a team. Remember that 10 who get 10, who get 10, who get 10, who get 10? That's what it is. I thought it was all about selling a product. I didn't have anybody maybe they told me and maybe I heard it, but I didn't get it, right? I didn't get it. And I see a lot of people, that watch these that don't get it either. They think it's still about selling a product. It's about building a team. It's about, yes, we share the products with everybody to get their interest, right? But I'm not looking for fat coffee drinkers, right? I'm really not. I'm looking for people that want to change their life. I want to share the opportunity with them by putting them in front of a Zoom like this or a call or all the different things that we have. And I want to build and promote for events. So all I am is a promoter. All we are promoters, right? We promote all of these things. We promote, the company sells the product. I just promote them, right? These fundamentals have never changed, ever. So why it works. Remember that exponential growth, right? In that example that I gave you, you put in 12 people, your group grew to over 4,000 people. That's what I'm talking about, right? You put in 12, they put in the rest, right? I'd rather get 1% of 4,000 people's efforts than 100% of my own, right? So the other one is recurring sales. It's a lot of people doing a little bit, and that little bit is buying 3 products every month. That little bit is $160. That little bit is, that business volume that is created by those purchases that take place. So that's what you want to focus on. And the other thing is the velocity. And velocity is kind of works like this. I'm not out there sending a bunch of samples out to people. I don't care if they like the coffee, don't like that. I'm looking for people that want to change their life. I'm looking for people that want to find other people that want to change their life. So it's very quick, right? It's very quick. $600, buy a business builder pack. You go find somebody that spends $600 to buy a business builder pack. So yes, there's going to be other people, of course, that are going to start at less than that. And that's okay. But, you're looking for those individuals that really want to do something special. Secrets never before revealed, keep it simple. This is a business that is very, very simple and very, very easy. Just keep it that way. You don't have to become the expert. put them in front, like I said, hey, are you interested in looking at, starting a home-based business? If you are, let me send you a video. That's all you have to know. You have to learn how to point and just direct people, right? You got to become a great promoter. You've got to work with only quality people. Don't let people suck the life out of you, which means that, there are a lot of people on this planet that will just take up your time and really never do anything. You work with the 20 percenters, right? You give individual time to those 20 percenters. You give group time to the 80 percenters, right? So stay connected. All the trainings, all the Zooms, everything that we do, become a sponge, right? Learn the business, internalize it, right? Make it your own, create your own story, create your own testimonial, just become a sponge of what it is we're doing. And then stay focused on whatever your goal is. I don't know what your goal is, whether you want to make $500 or $5,000 or $50,000, whatever that goal is, share it with the people upline, your support team, and let them help you set out a plan to get you to that goal. We know exactly how to do that. Be consistent. Don't work a little bit now and then stop for a month. And, I kind of use this analogy. It's like, I don't know if you've ever pumped water from a well, but if you pump and pump and pump and pump, pretty soon the water starts coming out, right? And now it's easier to pump and the water keeps coming out. However, if you stop, you gotta pump like hell again, to get that water starting to go. Same thing with this business, right? So just stay consistent, stay pumping, right? So stay positive no matter what. This is a business. This is a business that's going to have ups and downs and curves and everything else. And just so stay positive. It's all going to work out. The pandemic is going to go away. Everything is going to be fine. The economy is coming back. I've been in this business in good times and bad times, and this business excels in a down economy because people are looking for a solution. The last thing and the most important thing is never quit. Let me tell you my story. Had they told me that, I'd still be with the same company I started with 33 years ago because they're still in business. And the guy that I was working with has now made $125 million. I've made 16 million. He's made 125. I'm a whole lot smarter than he is. He just learned something that I didn't know, right? Stay plugged in and stay. If you start with Valentus, stay here. Great things are going to happen. Incredible things are going to happen as we move forward. So, hey, a lot of people tell me they don't know anybody. I solved the mystery for them, right? I solved that mystery. I discovered that everybody knows at least 600 people. There they are. They're all over the place. And they say that 245 of your friends are on social media. The other 355 of your friends are outside of social media. So, all you're looking for is one person a month. So, you can't tell me that you don't know anybody. I mean, I've heard that and I've heard that and heard that. For those people that don't know anybody, we're launching a system that'll help you even find more people. So, hey, if you can do this, you can make a fortune. I mean, this is as simple as it gets. Hey, are you interested in learning how to make money from home? That's all you got to say. You don't have to go any further. Hey, are you interested? Hey, Bobby, I found something. You want to know what? I'm going to make some money from home. You want to join me? Whatever, make it yourself, right? And start calling people when they say, hey, yeah, man, what's up? What do you got? Say, hey, what I'm going to do is I'm going to send you a video. There's all kinds, and find all kinds of videos. There's all kinds of videos that you can send. If they say, hey, I'm not interested, I don't want to make any money, I'm perfectly happy making that $2,000 a month, I get to drive this Pinto, and, then just say, hey, no problem, hang up and say, good luck, right? Because all you're doing is sorting. Don't want you to lose any friends. No pressure. Just sort through the people that you know and ask them that question. The ones that raise their hand and say, yeah, I want some more information, get them some more information. That's as simple as it is. And all you're looking for is one person a month that'll buy that business builder package. Here's a commitment agreement. You can use it, not use it. I've got a lot of people using it, and it says, hey, on this 4th day of May 2020, I, Chuck Hansen, being of complete control of my future, which I am, right? I make all the decisions except for the ones that my wife makes, and of somewhat sound mind, I enter into a commitment agreement. Commitment is my commitment to you that I'm going to place a business builder pack by, as soon as I get my stimulus check, whenever that is. And I'm going to commit to buying 3 products every month, starting the month after, right? That I'm going to find 12 people over the course of the next year. I'm going to enroll 1 person a month. I'm going to give you my commitment, Bobby, that I'm going to do that, right? I'm going to become a great student. I'm going to attend all the Zoom trainings. I'm going to attend all the opportunity events. I'm never going to quit, right? I'm going to succeed no matter what. Success is the best revenge for everything. So do whatever it takes to create massive success. I understand that failure to live up to this commitment agreement will have lifelong negative implications, right? I know that I can accomplish it if I commit and I put forth the effort. Income is based on the velocity of people exchanging money. It's not about, has nothing to do with the products, right? It has nothing to do with, now it's great that we've got awesome products. I mean, it really is great. And we do have some awesome products, but we're not out there sampling. My career and life in network marketing has been a dream come true. My kids say, they lived a fairy tale life. Now, they didn't, and actually they did live a fairy tale life in helicopters and, flying around the world and so on. We had a Grand Prix team. We had an offshore race team. We had a Indianapolis 500 team. We owned 12 houses over the course of the last 30 plus years. This is our lake house in Austin, Texas. I grew up in a 3-bedroom apartment, or a 1-bedroom apartment with 3 brothers and sisters on the south side of Chicago. And, not having much room and sharing a bed, I always wanted to have a lot of space. So that's been my focus, is having a lot of space. Having a 6-car garage so I could put cars in it, which is my next love, right? Cars. Had lots of cars. And then my daughter got us into horses, and we had lots of horses. Then we discovered that horses, it's not the cost of the horse, it's the cost of keeping the horse and feeding that hay burner for forever. So, but it was a fun time. Those ribbons cost me about $500 a piece. But who's counting? We had to have a house with barn and pastures and so on and so forth. We live right on the coast of North Carolina. So you had to have trailers and trucks. We toured all over the East Coast and showed. We're about a half mile from the Atlantic, so we can ride right down to the Atlantic Ocean and jump in. This was our first house when we first got to Wilmington from Austin, Texas. And great place. Had a beach house just north of here, about an hour. This is the backyard of the intercoastal house, that house you just saw. And then this is the backyard of obviously the beach house. So then we had a penthouse in Grand Cayman that we tried to spend a lot of time. I tried to spend a lot of time there. But hey guys, the journey starts with the first step. I don't know what your excuse might be, you don't have enough time or one thing or another, but right now we all have enough time, right? And we all should be looking for a way to create a residual income. Valentus is as sure of a thing as I've ever seen in my 30 plus years in this industry. So I'm going to encourage you to do what's right, right? Get back to the person that invited you to look at this information, get the information, get your questions answered. If you've got questions that the person that invited you to look at this can't answer, by all means, get a hold of the people above you, your support team. Get a hold of me and let me answer your questions for you. So the next 12 months are going to be awesome. So don't be one of those people that say, oh man, I wish I would have, right? I wish I would have. I mean, how many times have I heard people say that, oh, if I only would have got started when you got started, or if I only would have got started when Rick got started, or if I only would have got started when John got started. Guess what? You can't, right? You can't go back. Now, the best time to get started was when I got started because everything was in place. But the best time to get started for you is right now, right? Right now is the best time. And then just stay plugged in, and in 12 months, your entire life can change. So with that, hey, God bless everybody. Thanks for joining me here today, tonight, tomorrow, whenever it is that you're watching this. And I can't wait to see you at one of the upcoming events. Yes, the big event that we were going to have in Las Vegas has been postponed because of this crazy pandemic, but don't worry, we'll have something coming up here very shortly. So with that, we'll see you later.